Hello everyone, this is Anan Khan. I have completed my BMS and recently I am working as an intern in a hospital. So friends, in my previous lesson, we learned about the anatomy of the digestive system. So today I am here with the physiology of digestive system. We will have a small details about the physiology. So firstly, the digestive system, which we have already known, that is a group of organs. So this digestive system is responsible in taking the whole food and turning them into energy and nutrients. The food we intake, this digestive system turn them into energy and nutrients, which helps in the function, grow and repair of the body. There are 6 primary processes of the digestive system, which include: first is the ingestion of food, second is the secretion of fluid and digestive enzymes, third is the mixing and movement of the food and waste through the body, fourth is the digestion of food into smaller pieces, fifth is the absorption of nutrients, and lastly, but the most important one, is the excretion of the waste. Now we will discuss it one by one in short. First is the process of ingestion. Ingestion is nothing, friends, but simply you can call it as the intake of the food. The food we take is known as the ingestion of food or the intake of food. The mouth is responsible for this function, as we all know that it is the only orifice through which the food enters the body. The food is ingested through the mouth and broken down into smaller pieces, okay? And this process of breaking down of large bolus of food into smaller process is known as the mastication process, or in simple language you can understand it by the process of chewing. While the food is being chewed, the saliva chemically processes the food to aid in swallowing. So the next step after ingestion is the process of secretion. You must know that in a course of day, the digestive system secretes around 7 liters of fluid, and this fluid include not only saliva but also mucus, HCl acid or the hydrochloric acid, enzymes and the bile. So we will go through the function one by one. The saliva, it moistens the dry food for easily passage and easy digestion. It also contains a digestive enzyme which is known as the salivary amylase, which begins the digestion of carbohydrates. The next fluid is the mucus. It serves as a protective barrier and also lubricate inside the GI tract. The third enzyme is the HCl acid. It helps to digest the food chemically and protects the body by killing the bacteria present in the food. The next is the enzymes. These enzymes disassemble the large micromolecules like the proteins, carbohydrates, lipids into smaller components. And the last secretion of the digestive system is the bile. It is used to emulsify the large masses of lipids into tiny globules for easy digestion. Now, after this two process, the next one is the mixing and movement of the food. The digestion of food uses 3 main processes to move and mix the food. Okay, there are first the swallowing. The process of using the smooth as well as the skeletal muscles in the tongue. Okay, this smooth and skeletal muscles are present in the tongue, mouth and pharynx. So the process of using these two muscles to push the food out of the mouth through the pharynx into the esophagus is known as the swallowing. This is the first in mixing and movement of the food. The next one is the peristalsis. Peristalsis is nothing but a muscular wave that travels the length of the GI tract, moving partially digested food. Partially means the half digested food to a short distance down the tract. Okay, it takes many waves of peristalsis for food to travel from esophagus through the stomach and intestine and finally to reach at the end of the GI tract. In the same, the third process is the segmentation. It occurs only in the small intestine. Okay, segmentation helps to increase the absorption of nutrients. How? By mixing the food and increasing its contact with the wall of the intestine. So this was the three processes. Now moving forward to the next one, that is the process of digestion itself. So the process of digestion is the process of turning large pieces of food into its chemical components. There are two types of digestion which takes place in our body. First is the mechanical digestion and the second one is the chemical digestion. The mechanical digestion is the larger pieces of food is broken down into smaller pieces while being prepared for chemical digestion. Then comes the role of chemical digestion. This chemical digestion starts in the mouth and continues into the intestine. There are several different enzymes which break down macromolecules into small molecules that can be absorbed. So that was the process of digestion. After digestion of food, the absorption takes place. This is a very important, as here the absorption of nutrients takes place, important like protein, carbohydrate, etc., which helps in the process of digestion as well as provide energy to the body. So here the absorption. Once the food has been reduced to its building block, it is ready for the body to absorb. Absorption begins in the stomach with small molecules like water and alcohol being absorbed directly by the bloodstream. Most absorption takes place in the walls of the small intestines. This walls of the small intestine is densely flooded to maximize the surface area in contact with the digested food. Now, the large intestine is also involved in the absorption of water, vitamin B, vitamin K before the feces leaves the body. That was the second last procedure in the digestive system. Now, the last and the foremost thing is the excretion. Excretion is the final function of digestive system. Okay, it simply means the excretion of waste products, that is defecation. Defecation removes indigestible substances from the body so that they do not accumulate inside the gut. Okay, the timing of defecation is controlled by voluntary conscious part of the brain. That's all for the physiology. Hope you all understood.